Okay, leaving, it's either Cape Town or Smithburg. I think it's Smithburg, Maryland. Just a little road walk in, 1.3. It's not a fun road walk, it is tight, but there's enough space. But I ate at Phil and Jerry's. I've been in Jerry's, Phil and Jerry's Meats and More. And man, it was good. Reasonably priced and good. Resupply at Dollar General was good resupply. Definitely buying less than I used to. But even with that said, I'm pretty, it's about, little deer running over there. This is about as full as I'd like to be, so I probably got a good 4 days in here. So, got a mile to walk back to the trail. It's around 12:45. No destination. I think I got about 13 miles to the Mason-Dixon line. So that's hopefully part of the plan. See this tall grass and stuff. It's pretty warm. It's definitely muggy. It's probably about 85, 90. I don't know if it's 90. There's also a little bit of coolness in the air. It's just muggy. So yeah, it's probably not 90. It's probably about 85. Maryland's just been kind of, I don't know, I think it's, like I'm out of here today. It's been kind of clunky. I feel like you can definitely do the big miles here, but I don't want to. Oh shoot, I got a couple for resupply. Got those tuna and pasta packages are good. Got a bunch of those because that's what I really like to eat. And they're the same price, $1.50 at Dollar General, as just a regular pack of tuna. It's twice as many calories, so it's a no-brainer. Got some Fritos, original. I like the original. I don't know, some breakfast bar things. Oh, I'm packing out 2 little country ham sandwiches to eat. I mean, they're small, but they're almost like sliders, but a little bigger than that, I guess, than a slider, but they're good, or they look good. So I packed a couple of those out. Oh, got some emergency powder. I'm not sure why. I think that's, I don't know. I think there's electrolytes in there. I don't know. Either way, it'd be something different. Give me a little bit of a boost too. All right, I got another mile like this, so I'm gonna put the phone up, get to hiking on. It's a show. It is hot out here. My shorts are soaked, shirt's soaked, arms soaked. It's hot. It's muggy. All right, hiking on. This is Raven Rocks. I was either at that mountain or the one past it last night. That's the view I was looking at last night. I was looking from over there. So it's actually 85, or so it was on the weather app. It's hot out here, and the bugs are driving me crazy. But it is quite hot. 85 and muggy. Ooh. So 4 o'clock. I don't know. I'm just hiking on. See you later.
You could get more water here. Or, well, no, maybe not. Well, he's loud.
Yeah. He's kind of big too.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
All right, I am heading into Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania. It's about 8:30, something like that. Pennsylvania's been pretty good. Hasn't been bad really as far as hiking goes. Rocksylvania, haven't even seen it yet. So I guess there was a couple spots, like I think they call it the lemon squeezy, was tight. But it's been pretty simple. The last couple days I was hiking with a couple other people, and we were doing a 20 plus days. Well, I was up till yesterday. I did 2 days with other people. It was all right. I'm not much for, hiking with other people, making plans with other people, all that. And that's what it all was. Where do you want to eat lunch and all this? So I did it for a couple days. And on day 3, which was yesterday in the morning, I bailed out. I slept in and just fell back. They were doing 23, 23, 23. I did 23, 23, and 8. I tell you, those 20 plus, it messes with your feet. So I did 8 yesterday, basically a Nero. Just stayed on trail, but took it easy. Went to a Green Mountain General Store, something like that. Had an Italian sub for breakfast. But yeah, I think today I'm kind of aiming to end where they would have ended up yesterday. So they were, and that was the other thing. They wanted to rush to get to this hotel. And I just don't really care. I don't need a hotel. So, kind of what's been going on. Haven't made any videos because I've had people around 24/7. And it's just weird. You don't get asked, hey, I'm gonna start following you. They just start following you. Some people don't want to sleep alone in the woods. It's also a part of it. Anyway, I slept alone in the woods for the first time in 3 days last night, and it was great. I slept like a baby. But I'm running in Boiling Springs. It has been hot. It has been hot, hot, hot. The locals complaining about how hot it is. Everybody's complaining, but it's been hot. Yeah, we've been sweating out here. We went to there was like a little lake on trail. We went and just got in the shower, and we got all the salt on our shirts and everything. So, I want to say, honestly, it hasn't been as bad as everybody says, but it has been hot. People act like it's 100. It's about 90. It's muggy. 85 and 90. But alright, I'm going to go find hot springs. See y'all later. Or Boiling Springs. See you later. This is on the trail. It's a great spot. Those houses are over there. Old looking houses. Mountains in the background. It kind of looks like the Midwest though. In my view, it reminds me of some of the places I saw in Colorado. The farmland out there. But it's right outside of Boiling Springs. So, but man, it's cool. Or it looks like a spot on Forrest Gump, or not Forrest Gump, Castaway. Hello, hello. It is still burning hot out here. It is July 9th. I've been kind of sporadic on videos, so just to nail down where I'm at. Right this second, I'm at about mile 1126 on the trail. It's July 9th, Tuesday. Coming up on 3 months on trail on the 15th, so I'm well into 2.5 months. Looking like I'll be right around 1,200 miles at the 3 months mark, putting me at 1,000 and under 1,000 for 2 months to be finished around mid-September. I have no thoughts about quitting. I haven't at all. Not one. I've thought about flip-flopping. Thought about that a lot because the trail got crowded. But a couple hang-ups. One, just kept thinking if I were to flip-flop, then I'm just going southbound through the bubble at that point. So I don't see how that's less crowded than, you know, seeing people in town and stuff. It'd be kind of more annoying. I think you'd see more people. This is a hot pasture. It's been farmland up through here. But yeah, I am just enjoying it. I can't think of any bad days off the top of my head. Like I've been talking about, obviously it's been hot lately. Shenandoahs were awesome. It was kind of disconcerting, honestly, with Harper's Ferry being the spiritual halfway point. And then you actually get to the halfway point like 5 days later. It was kind of like, man, because, you know, to be honest, we're all thinking about, that's a kind of a topic of discussion on what are you going to do when it's over. maybe premature, but I mean, I don't want it to end. That's kind of why I held back. These people I ended up hiking with, I mean, it was like 20 plus a day. And I hung around for a couple days, but I tell you, my feet started having little issues pop up. So I'm telling you, that's just not worth it. Like yesterday, I was pretty content to do 8 miles. Today, I think I'll be doing like 13 or so. Maybe more, actually, because there's some kind of water situation today, which is rough. Once again, I don't think it's as bad as everybody says. They say 14.5 miles, no water, but that's not true, because 3.5 miles in, there's water. So maybe it's 11, I don't know. But it's hot, humid. Just to mark down some memories. Well, first of all, it was Tidy and Commando I was hiking with. And then there was at the Green Mountain General Store, this guy just walked up to me and started telling me his life story. Working on a farm and stuff, about how the owners trusted him. It was alright, but it was a little strange. And I was thinking, this lady came up and she was like, she had applesauce in her hand, and she was like, do you want some? It was a 6-pack. She said, do you want these? I know what you're doing. I said, well, I'll take some, but I don't need all of them. I can't eat 6. I mean, I could, but I'm not really starving. So eating 3 applesauce cups wasn't a big deal. 6, it'd just be like putting it down just for the sake of it. So anyway, she said, I just wanted to remember this. It was funny. She was really nice. She said, I know what you're doing. You're crazy. She said, you are absolutely crazy. She said, I went out for 4 hours and I have to go back inside. But yeah, this trail is just telling you, Maryland, West Virginia, Maryland, and the southern part of Pennsylvania are awesome. Heck, even the end of Virginia, Shenandoah, was awesome. It really has been. I've just enjoyed all the hiking. Yeah, I mean, looking back, Georgia's probably been the hardest state from the halfway point. I would definitely say that. Georgia was rough looking back. I'd like to go back and do it at this point and see how hard it really is. But I think it's tough, regardless. Virginia was great. Gary, the guy at that church hostel in Troutdale, he said that the Virginia blues is when guys that are out on trail, it's when their girlfriends, once they get around Virginia, their girlfriends stop replying to messages, stop calling back. They start getting worried where their girlfriends back home. What are they doing? So they get off trail. And that's the Virginia blues. So got that big rattlesnake the other day. Saw that. It's funny. We were just talking about not 5 miles before, about what if we'd seen snakes and all that, and we had both agreed that we'd rather see a bear than a rattlesnake. And then some hours later we see a rattlesnake. So I was looking down, could have stepped on him pretty easily, honestly. He was right in trail, and I probably got within about 5 feet before I stopped. He was thick. He was a thick guy too. I'm thankful I did not step on him. But we bushwhacked through off the trail to the left to avoid him. Because he wouldn't move. I usually wait him out, but you know, when you're in a tramway, you gotta make decisions like that as a group. So, yeah, I mean, I'm actually, a lot of people are, like I said, we kind of discussion of when it's over comes up. I'm dreading it. I feel like it's going to be over before I know it. And I mean, I know it will be, so I'm not really looking forward to the end at this point. I'd rather do this indefinitely, but you know, over halfway, so still got basically 2.5 months to enjoy. A lot of new stuff coming, you know, with Vermont, Boston. What I'm thinking of, Vermont, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, all that. So, and I'll say, I feel like ever since Shenandoah, I have been eating down the trail. It is pretty crazy how I'm carrying nowadays about basically not a lot of food. I stocked up on these tuna packs at the Dollar General because they're basically half as much as the convenience store, maybe less than half. Or I think they were like $1.50 for these tuna packs. The mixed ones with pasta and all that and beans, $1.50 at the convenience store. They're like, some place they're like $3.20. So I bought like 8 of them. And I just eat those whenever. But I'm carrying now probably about 5 more. And then on top of that, maybe 2 days of food. But I've been doing that for a week now, it seems like, ever since Shenandoah. Kind of loosened the budget a little bit, but nothing crazy. You know, I'm eating, it's just, I mean, you pay a little more and you eat in town when you can. So, you know, that's, it's all the same, it's just calories, but also it's carrying less, which is, yeah, this pack is probably floating around, and the pack feels great, the EXO, since getting it. It's probably been floating around with water, with like 2 liters of water, which is 4.4 pounds. With that, it's probably around 23, 25 at the absolute max, but I don't even think I've gotten that much. And that's just, I mean, that's like a full, well, a couple day resupply, 2 to 3 days, because really it's like 2 full days, or I could stretch to 3 if I wanted to, so that I always seem to have. So yeah, it's just made hiking's been a whole lot better. And then additionally, the terrain's been like this. I mean, it's flat. I mean, it hasn't, you know, but relative. It's kind of downplaying it. Like, yeah, it's been tough. Don't get me wrong, but it hasn't been. I don't know. It hasn't been that bad. I think part of it is for me, just I'm taking my time, because I've talked to some people and they're having a much harder time out here. I mean, people are getting off trail, no doubt about it. There's a lot less. I think when I was in Harper's Ferry, I heard that there was just over 1,000 people that had made it halfway that started at Springer when I was there. So that's, I mean, when I don't remember what, I'll have to see if I can find out how many, or what number one was when he started. Because I think he was way over 1,000. So a lot of people dropped off. And then, let's be real, I've learned out here the vast majority of people are going to slack pack significantly at some point for like a week at a time. So in my book, that kind of nullifies it. I hate to say it, but if you're doing that, don't. And those same people, when you tell them, like, yeah, you took I don't know, when they hear you say, oh, I hiked 10 miles yesterday, they'll laugh at you. But they did, a week slack packing. So, it's basically having a Sherpa out here. So that's pretty weak in my book. Not a fan of slack packing. And then out of all those, which is probably, honestly, I would say 75% of people that are quote unquote still on trail at this point have slack packed. And out of those 75%, I'd say about a quarter of them, maybe more, but at least a quarter, maybe a third, have just skipped sections completely. So it's not a through hike compared to what I've done. And I've had those same people tell me they're purist about like leaving the campsite through the right side, same side you entered in. And that's fine, but you're not a purist. I'm barely a purist. I am. But yeah. Anyway, just stuff I've been seeing. Apparently the Shira, the dude pretending to be a woman out here, was bigger than me. He made people uncomfortable at a hostel somewhere. Oh, because he was in the women's changing room changing, and they got uncomfortable. Who could have predicted that? Holy moly! What a 1 in a million thing that is, huh? So I also made I think I made the I don't know, I wasn't bringing it up, but it came up, the whole gender thing. I mean, it's an old discussion that's been had, but I said what I thought was some pretty generic stuff, but kind of, I'm not gonna go along with it, but wasn't too bad about it. I thought I was being respectful. Just said it's like a mental illness. It is, even by their own definitions. There's nothing wrong with mental illness. It just is. But just saying that made people uncomfortable. So I don't know, man. Just out here hiking. And people out here get bored. Oh, we're gonna hear some gunshots. Ooh, but I am at least a day behind my quote-unquote family. I'm gonna refer to them as that from now on, but I'll run into them again, I'm sure. Yeah, the spots on my feet, I'm still kind of nursing them. Doing those mileage like that, not worth it. Well, alright, I'm gonna hike on. Made a long video trying to make up for none over the last week or so. I've been kind of sporadic. But everything's good with me. Life is good. I've enjoyed every day out here. Even when it's hot as hell. Hiking on.